Day. From First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 9 carries, 67 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 30, 10, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. Often sometimes called just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. It's running out of the gun. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's going to set him back 5 yards. From the gun, Jackson being chased out left. Reception here by Ruggs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. From the gun, Jackson looking for Ruggs again, and he's got him again. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Ravens nothing.
To throw again is Jackson. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. To throw again on second down. Jackson buying time to his left. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack. Taken down at the 2. Andrew Billings able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown. That was a good run. Probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They'll give him a yard on the play. And it'll move the chains.
When you're dead last in the NFL in third down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about them picking up that one? That was big for them.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
He's going to look deep down the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
No gain at all on the play there. That brings up fourth. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Geez, I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but, you know, if you wanted proof of his straight line speed, look no further.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from home. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On third down, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. first down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. And incompletion as a result.
Looking downfield for Godwin. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
The pass intercepted by the Ravens.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now. And this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Steps away to his left. He'll run it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So we have reached. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Ravens 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that'll be incomplete. A pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
He'll let this go for the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Here we go. 21-yard line.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now
it got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Marquise Brown.
79 yards. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
This is something that we saw quite a bit at Oklahoma, and we'll be seeing it more and more on the NFL level as well. Marquise Brown going Hollywood.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
At his top speed, according to Next Gen Stats, well, really, it's ridiculous, impossible, whatever you want to call it, 22.6 miles per hour.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd and 4.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They run again with Hunt. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. They'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Another run here with Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So here are the Browns to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 24. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Hunt. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And now it's 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. And we're back now here in Cleveland, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
He'll try and run it. Fighting down past the 45. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Now Tucker to add the PAT. So they fought half the battle here, but they're still down.
Plenty of work still left for them, but they delivered on the first step in their comeback attempt.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
They'll run with Joe. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 6 yards away. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
And he'll bang that one through. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over first and 10.
Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 2 touchdowns. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to play. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. Jackson on first down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
It's now second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again. Jackson dancing to his left. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This taken in about 4 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now it's the Ravens' turn, trailing by a touchdown. 1:52 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back to throw.
Back to Brown, this time complete.
He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down. He's back to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
Here's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown there to make the grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And the Browns getting set to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Jackson from the shotgun, eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And the 13-year man puts it through, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Back to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Well, Charles, this